One of my abilities is that I can actually astral travel and go to different locations, different realities, and I sometimes interact with different entities while I'm out there. This is when I learned that time in the astral realm is not the same as time in the 3D. Not only that, but also things that you do in dreams can affect the 3D. First off, you don't have to believe the story. That's totally up to you. I'm just telling you guys what happened, and if you choose to believe it, if you don't choose to believe it, that's totally fine.
Okay, man, we got a crazy video today. Astral projection. Like, I don't know, not saying it like that. I heard a lot of crazy stories, y'all. But hey, come on, let's go ahead and get right into this. Let's listen to what she's talking about.
One of my abilities is that I can actually astral travel and go to different locations, different realities, and I sometimes interact with different entities while I'm out there. This is when I learned that time in the astral realm is not the same as time in the 3D. Not only that, but also things that you do in dreams can affect the 3D. First off, you don't have to believe the story. That's totally up to you. I'm just telling you guys what happened, and if you choose to believe it, if you don't choose to believe it, that's totally fine. In July of 2024, an entity came to me in a dream and said, "I know where your husband is. Come follow me." It didn't feel dangerous. It felt like it was okay for me to follow it, so I did. It took me to this rock bridge that was surrounded by so many trees, so many forests, and it was so high, and it said, "Stand here. He is here right now. Send a message out to him." So I sent out a message. It was a little bit nice. It was a little bit spicy because he was taking too dang long to arrive in the 3D. But hey, I sent out the message. Then after I sent the message, the entity that I could not see the figure, it was just like a black silhouette, like a black shadow, but I knew it was like a safe shadow. It essentially said, "Send out your healing power only the way that you can." To which I was confused. I've only ever done it 2 other times. And it was in the 3D. It was never in my dreams. But it said, "Send out your healing power only the way that you can." So I did it. I literally created an energy ball through the technique that I do. And I put it to my heart after I was done doing the technique. And I shot it out. And then the entity was like, "Okay, he got it. You can wake back up." The dream felt so significant that I had to journal it down. So I have the date. I have all the information, everything that happened. Later that year, a man who I've been seeing in my dreams for about a year and a half prior showed up in October 2024. So someone I had dreamed of for a year and a half showed up in my 3D. And shocked, literally cannot begin to describe how I felt, because the way that I found him was through a series of events. That's a whole different other video. But we found each other. And at one point I said, "Okay, so have you ever dreamt of this big rock bridge at all?" Because I wanted to know if he had actually been there, like the entity said. He said, "No, I've never had a rock bridge in my dream. That's strange." Something told me to ask him again, but in a different way. So about a week later, I'd asked him, "Does it sound familiar, like a high rock bridge surrounded by trees? Maybe it's like a jungle, but it was just so many trees." And he said, "Wait, I've never dreamed of that. But in October, I went there, and when I was there, the craziest thing happened to me. It felt like a ball hit me in my chest, like an invisible ball hit me in my chest, and it felt like I was dying. Like I started crying. My kids were there, and they thought something was wrong. I started crying, and all of a sudden, my entire life changed. Like all the habits I had before literally stopped. I stopped doing drugs. I stopped really wanting to drink. I stopped wanting to do everything." That was when my jaw hit the floor. And I realized one thing. In July, they had taken me there and said he was here right now. I needed to get here right. There was so much urgency. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. He's right here right now. Send out this healing energy or you're going to miss him. That was the urgency. That made me realize in July I did that. And it wasn't until October he felt it. There is a lag between different realities from astral and the 3D. And also that verified for me, you can do things in the astral that will impact your 3D. I won't lie, I didn't believe him at first. I thought he was completely lying when he showed me the picture of the place that he went to, until he showed me literal receipts of the restaurants that he went to and the hotel receipts that are near that state park. I say this and I say this often. Dreams are more than we will ever know.
All right, I got a comment on that. I mean, this is true though. Like I was trying to tell people that we was gonna be having lucid dreams, vivid dreams, and stuff like that. But like astral projection to the point where like she astral projecting like to somewhere else, and I don't know. But like these dreams are gonna feel real. You get what I'm saying? Because shit, we're living in times that are fake. Like not even saying that like we're living in a hologram, y'all. All this stuff is not true, if you get what I'm saying. Like we're just living in one of these cycles, the matrix. You get what I'm saying? All this stuff is the matrix. Not saying it like that, but just want y'all to wake up to the point where, like, I don't understand, like, why everything happening at the same time every day. You get what I'm saying? Like, when you see the same people at the same time every day, you ain't never walked out your house. You get what I'm saying? And you seen the same person. It might not even be the same time, but y'all getting the same signal in y'all brains to meet at one time for some reason. You're like, what type of, that's that 3D room that y'all in, to the point where y'all doing like that. You get what I'm saying? Like, everything is on sync. Y'all in sync. Or you ever did something to the point where, like, maybe it was man, I'm gonna tell you this story, y'all. Like, there was a time when I was doing DoorDash and stuff like that. I was doing DoorDash. So I was doing it in this area. And I was doing like grocery shopping type DoorDash, and basically I was getting orders from one person, but they was wanting like ground turkey or ground beef or something like that. Basically I was getting orders for that one person. Then the next order I was getting had the same stuff on it, like almost like everybody was in a maze, like basically, or everybody was getting the same information from the cosmos, if you know what I'm saying. It was like they had one cloud over their neighborhood or something. They all was getting the same information. You don't never do something and your neighbor do the same thing or something like that, or like it'd be close to the same thing. I'm trying to tell y'all, we living in this world where like things get repeated and stuff like that over and over and over again. This shit fake, y'all. And you know, I don't come on here to preach, and I don't come on here to speak nothing negative, but I came on here to give y'all the good words. Y'all already know, man, this shit is fake though. Man, if anything, any of that resonated, for sure, comment down below, man. Y'all already know, man, I bring that heat, man. It's your boy Lano, man. I'm out, man.